Hello everyone, my name is Thomas Cecilia Jr. here, aka Mustached Tom, and welcome to my monthly horror reviews. And this time I'll be taking a look at The Addams Family, a new animated version of The Addams Family. They have a different aesthetic to them. I saw the trailer at least once, and I've heard anyways that the other trailers just weren't really doing the movie any favors, unfortunately. So I still decided to check it out anyway, and I think the movie's fine. There are a few flaws, mostly with the music. They have the traditional Addams Family theme, obviously, and there are some other songs in the movie that do feel a little bit more distracting. One being Snoop Dogg's "Drop It Like It's Hot." I don't understand why that needed to be in the movie, but whatever. Anyways, so we see our little flashback of a younger Gomez and a Morticia getting ready to wed to each other, but they're kicked out of wherever they came from. I think the implication was like Transylvania or like wherever that would be, whatever location they were in previously. So they decide to go to a new location, which is somewhere in New Jersey. They come across an insane asylum where they run over someone, and it ends up being the big Frankenstein monster creature. I know Frankenstein's monster is not called Frankenstein, but I don't know the character's name, and I don't remember if they refer to his name. It's been too hot of a minute. I know It and Thing. I know those two, and I know Fester as well. So I know, I remember Addams Family. I used to watch it from time to time as a series, as a TV series, and the movie version as well. So it was an interesting thing to bring it back and, again, just change the look of it. And I think it looks fine. Just gotta get that out of the way. So they move to this insane asylum nonetheless, and then we see a little montage of time passing as we see the birth of Wednesday and then Pugsley, the two children, of course. And we see that as they are getting ready, we see that this tree is very helpful to the two of them, particularly, and this tree will be very effective later on, let me tell you. So the tree, does, the thing from the Poltergeist movie where it, grabs them and then pulls them out, to get them ready for the morning. So we see that Pugsley is prepping up with his dad to take in some sort of tradition that is among them on their side, where they must perform some sort of sword ritual. I forget what the name of the actual ritual is, but it's a essential into manhood type of ritual. That's all you really need to know. And he keeps messing it up, obviously, while also in the pursuit of attacking each other, because that's a very Addams Family thing to do, is try to kill each other while not actually killing each other, just getting relatively close to it. So he keeps messing up, and then the dad's trying to get him to focus on the swords, and it's shown pretty early on that Pugsley has a more natural instinct for explosives. So Fester comes on by after a bit, and he's trying to help his brother Gomez with this whole ritual thing. And we see a bit of the Frankenstein monster again. I do apologize. That's what I called him in my notes, so I'm just going to keep referring to him as that. He's watching the television, and we see this town that they are in is called Assimilation. So we already know where this movie is going. It's called the town of Assimilation. It's a little, it's obviously on the nose. It's the indication that everyone in this town must assimilate to be the same. and that the lady in charge, I wrote her name somewhere in my notes, but I didn't write it immediately, so I do apologize if I do call her the lady, the mother character, the evil mother character for now. And she has a daughter, obviously, as I mentioned. She has a daughter named Parker, who's, trying to, also, be, on her own. She's not that young teenager. She's rebellious and that sort of ordeal, and there's that sort of kinship that she eventually gains with Wednesday, later on in the movie. But we cut back to the Addams family. We see Wednesday, and Pugsley prepping up, and her making her way as she picks up this balloon, and she doesn't understand what it is. And more of these things are dropping from from above, and it's showing that the mist of where they are hidden is slowly but surely starting to clear away. So now the town can see them where they are, and they can see the town as well, because it's on a hilltop. And of course we cut back to the mom, who sees the house at this point, and she's freaking out because this isn't a part of assimilation, that sort of ordeal. This house needs to be fixed. That's her sort of gimmick. So Gomez decides that he wants the family to head out. See, this is a new area. They just got here, so they decide to go out and see who these people are. They see this little park performance, and it's the only song, I guess I'll say, in the movie, where these little kids are performing this assimilation song and dance. And Fester does his little counter song, and it's this weird, out of sync, just sort of song. Drives them off, obviously. So the mom character, the evil mom character anyways, wants to do the makeover for the house. And we cut back to Pugsley, they're still trying to, Gomez is still trying to push the whole sword thing. You have to do it this way, expectations of tradition, etc., etc. Meanwhile, Parker is up with these two other girls, and they're sort of this little crew, I guess. So she goes with her mom to the house with a few other crew members, and they're giving them the tour of this house. Morticia is leading the way, and this is where Parker officially meets Wednesday, and they sort of hit it off pretty well. And to be honest, I actually thought that they were going to go for a romantic interest for Wednesday with Parker. A young but blooming romance. I thought that's where they were going to go. They do seem to stop it at, no, it is just their friends, for now anyway. It's fine. So anyways, the team are looking around, they're getting weirded out, and then they eventually get kicked out as well. And that the mother's name is Marco, by the way. I wrote that way later on, and I do apologize for not remembering that or writing it later in my notes. Anyways, so Wednesday talks to her parents about wanting to go to the school that Parker had told her about, and Morticia seems a little bit more kind of I don't know about this, but Gomez seems to be all aboard, because it's all about trying to build with these people so it's a mother having an issue with her daughter, and a father having an issue with his son. So that's the basic dynamic of this movie in terms of the two plots that we are seeing here. That are moving side by side. And while they are at school, because she eventually does get to go, Parker gets her own little bully named Beth. So Wednesday sees this. The bully does her thing with Parker, and she threatens Beth in her own unique way with a scare tactic, with saying that, I'm not stuck with, you're not stuck in here with me, or whatever that phrase is. You are stuck in here with me. That is the ending of the phrase. So the mother, I just said her name, Margot, is trying to spread misinformation about the Addams family, trying to get all the people riled up, and it's starting to seep in with the phones, and misinformation is spreading wildly. So that's starting to happen a little bit here. But we go back to the school and we see that it's dissecting class, and Wednesday starts to rise up the frog, and instead of dissecting it with the power of lightning and quick crafting, she's able to bring the frogs back to life, all of them, but with a chain lightning effect, and then send them all off after Beth. And all the other school members that are in the vicinity also run, with the exception of Parker and her two other random friends that are irrelevant, but nonetheless, Parker invites Wednesday to the mall, so they're buddy-buddy. So we see that the family's messing around, the remaining of the family, like Gomez and Pugsley, are like messing around with Fester, blowing him up, doing the typical routine of an Addams family. Let's see. I do apologize. I lost my place in my notes. Oops. Let's see. Talks with their mom. So yeah, they become buddy-buddy, but etc., etc. So Morticia had made a plan after some of the attempts of, like, trying to hang out, and she once again gets abandoned by, or look at, Wednesday, like, kind of pushes the friendship over hanging time with family. And Pugsley is still trying to be trained by both Fester and Gomez. And as soon as the training is done, the son overhears Gomez say that he doesn't think that Pugsley will ever be ready in time, because there is a set date where this tradition is to be performed. And he also brought in his mom to help out as well. So Wednesday returns around this time with wearing a little pink, like, unicorn thing, and Morticia freaks out a little bit, but to the extent that she can. So she's also feeling very threatened by this woman that has interfered and let this Parker lady into her life and all this. And while that's happening, while Wednesdays become more just in pink, Parker has gone the full opposite and dresses in all dark clothes, which the mom doesn't want anything to do with. In fact, she wants to take the next step, thinking that they have gone too far. They infected my daughter. She says something along those lines anyway. So Pugsley gets a little moment with Wednesday as he gets ready to leave once more. But Morticia's trying to make up for that lost time, and she tries to get the information out of Pugsley, and she eventually does. And then we get this random song from the Frankenstein monster. It's a little bit of like a weird, I forget what song that he's playing, but it's not the Addams Family song. And it just shows like a little montage of like all the family members being mopey because this division is getting worse and worse. And then we cut to Snoop Dogg, like, again, and then It comes over. So it's weird. It's a little bit of a weird moment, but whatever. Wednesday and Parker are hanging out some more. They're looking for Parker's phone because the mom hid it away. So in lieu of them trying to find her phone, they discover the mother's, what was her name again? Margot? Margot's, secret basement where she's watching the entire city and what their dirty little secrets are. But the mom drops in just as they get there, and then the two of them are locked in that little area. And since it is also the day of this little tradition, more of the Addams family are arriving to see Pugsley's little performance. So the test is coming up, and the mom, Margot, is getting this riot building up. She really wants to push it. So Wednesday preps to make a breakout, and she does successfully break out of the house with a little hairpin from Parker. So we see one of the characters, Auntie Sloom, I think her name was, wants this performance also to be the perfection, and that's sort of where Gomez is getting pushed from to do this, I guess, to bring it down on Pugsley. And it's not going well, as soon as the performance starts, it is immediately swung in Pugsley's, against Pugsley. Actually, it does start out well until the actual sword part of the performance. And the father sees that he put too much pressure on the tradition, maintaining that it had to be done through a sword specifically, so he gives Pugsley the option to use demolition, and as soon as he does, the people outside are starting to attack. So it's Pugsley leading the charge versus all the people outside who are afraid, they don't understand, they are just been told all this information, they believe it to be true because it's the immediate thing that they were told, and there's just no questioning that, I guess. So Wednesday, being the last to return to the home, uses the tree that is able to move and is able to save them, pulling them all out. And when they are all pulled out and the people that can see, they are seeing the Addams family act like a family. They are worried for each other. They are making sure that everyone is safe. So the people are like, they aren't monsters. They're a little weird, I suppose. They look a little weird. They act a little weird in accordance to what they know, but they seem to behave like a family. So now all the attention turns to the mom, Margot, and she starts freaking out on everyone. And Parker's like, haha, got him! As she, with finding her phone, records her mom doubling down on, like, oh, they're monsters! And, like, Wednesday uses this time to, like, say, like, how the opposing people are, like, not perfect either. So the mom gets, like, demoted afterwards, because, like, the news travels that fast. And, I forget where, like, Fester became interested in this Margot character, but they eventually, like, hook up. There's, like, some, like, throwaway line or, like, a short line that he had that implied that he was, like, interested, or she might have been interested, and he assumed that it was, and then he, like, tried to hook up, and then it was, like, yeah, they're just together now, I guess. Anyways, it cuts to the town people, like, helping out restore the house to the Addams family's unique requirements, I suppose I'll say. And then we see that Fester and Margot get their own little locale, and we end with the Addams Family theme with lyrics included. So, I thought it was a fine movie. The moral being, the Addams Family is a bit awkward, they're a bit kooky as the song implies. and there are moments where they get relatively close to like killing each other, but they never obviously go all out to like kill each other. Well, I would say with the exception of a nuke, but that kind of falls on its face because Gomez is just that talented. But anyway, so yeah, they're the Addams family. They're the family that does everything that's horror based, and that's what they just like. But I do like the path of I suppose, like, I'd say favorite character would probably go to Wednesday, like kind of having that curiosity of like what we perceive as normal, in normal society, like that can be a little bit creepy or weird or bizarre, and trying those things out because everything from her perspective is already kooky and zany. That is their normal. That is their standard of normal. So when she sees something that is pink, that is just, to her, that is weird. To her mother, it's even weirder. So yeah, you have that little conflict with the family there. So yeah, I thought, it was fine. And having like both of the kids have like their own little plots with their parents respectively, I think that fills in the time pretty nicely. There does seem to be like those little moments here and there with like the Frankenstein playing that one random song. Again, I don't think those songs were required. It feels like there's something that one of those things is like, oh, you gotta do it because of other reasons, and that's like I feel like when those things happen, it's like the most unfortunate part of the movie, because I think the movie is solid. I do think it's pretty dang good. Solid 7 out of 10. Pretty enjoyable. So that is my review of the Addams Family. And if you enjoyed this review, then please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure to check out those links in the description. One, to head over to my Discord server, the other to my Patreon page. Any donations are greatly appreciated, and until next time, everyone, bye!